Hello, today is December the 16th, 2020. I'm going to be reading on Elaine Chao, and I would also like to try to do a reading on Betsy DeVos today. But we'll see how things go. I'm going to use the 5-cent tarot, which I did get off Etsy. It's a beautiful deck. You may have seen me use it before. I really like the crosshatch. I think it's probably linen that this deck is made with. I think it gives it a bit more flexibility and less likelihood of it peeling if you're, like I've said before, a horrible shuffler like myself. Anyway, let's take a look at Elaine. Elaine is an Aries. She has a Leo moon, I believe, and okay, so yeah, Elaine's sun is in Aries. She has her moon is in Leo, Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Taurus, and Mars in Taurus, which would amplify her. I feel like when she wants something, she doesn't take no for an answer with that Taurus. I would be very stubborn, and also a tendency toward materialism. Oh wow, she's got Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, and they're all in Taurus. Venus is in retrograde in Taurus in her birth chart. She also has Saturn in Libra retrograde. Okay, where's her Neptune? It's in Libra. She's got a lot of Libra, too. But by and large, this lady has a heck of a lot of Taurus. And fire. She has, her Pluto is in Leo. Her moon is in Leo, and her sun is in Aries. So there you go. Just a little ditty about her. She also has 2 yods in her chart, which is interesting. So, anyways, let's get on with reading on Elaine Chao. Oh, and this is really good. A lip balm that I use just in case you're in wintertime, and they make it in San Francisco. So I have to keep it nearby because I can't handle having dry lips. I hate that. All right, now I'm going to use the 5-cent tarot. You can get it off Etsy. Let's go. Okay, just wanted to get my Palo Santo. Totally feeling the need. Excuse me, the need. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, I love the smell of this stuff. All right. Gotta let you guys have some too, right? Okay. So I'm just going to, because Elaine's energy, I don't like it. And also I will be reading on DeVos, so between her and Betsy, I don't know. They're both pretty awful. Betsy has doubled down on her desire to resist. She's claiming that they're going to be the resistance. I have news for her. Anyway, I cannot wait to read on her. I can't remember if I've read on her before. All right, anyway, I'm going to clear my energy. fanning myself, cleaning my energy with the Palo Santo, the cards, you guys. Okay, let's go. All right, we want to focus on Elaine Chao, and I want to see, because I've gotten glimpses when I do readings on Mitch, that she would come under some kind of. Now I know she's already come under investigation, but it was stopped, and it had something to do with she sent, I believe, got millions of dollars in grants, something ridiculous, like I think it was 78 million in grants for Kentucky. Her husband's, state that he represents. There was an investigation, apparently, and it got the kibosh. So, I want to see if there's something coming up. I feel like there is. Let's take a look. Okay, I asked the spirit of the tarot, my ancestors, the creator of the universe, and my spiritual helpers to help me to read accurately. And I want to know if Elaine Chao is going to be getting into some kind of hot water legally. Her and Mitch. Well, but I'll go with Elaine for right now, because I want to focus on her energy today. Not really, but have to kind of thing. There's a feeling, so when I get that funny feeling, and I've been getting it about her, I need to have a look. Again, looking at Elaine Chao, I want to see if she's going to be in legal hot water. What does the universe need to reveal to us with regard to Elaine Chao? It's going to be happening. Elaine Chao. Elaine. There goes my voice. Elaine Chao. Okay, yes, there are secrets. We have High Priestess. And I'm getting secret collaboration, literally. Yeah. Working with other people. This is like a smaller, well, it can be a smaller group of people, but it is just indicative that this secret involves more than her. This has to do with, it's saying, more than one person involved in, I believe, some kind of financial activity with that Three of Pentacles. Oh, hang on a second. I'm starting to feel a little scratchy. I'm going to get a sip of coffee. Hang up. Gosh dang. Now, the other thing that's really cool about this deck, now that I can talk a little bit more before I lose my voice again, is that they throw in some of their own cards outside of the basic major and minor arcana. And interestingly enough, this one just comes up. It's the unknown. And It gives the feeling of something that is tightly concealed, something tightly that has yet to open up. So I'm feeling like we're seeing stuff, seeing signs that indicate, yes, there is something that is going to drop. It is not previously known, highly secretive involvement involving other people in financial activity. There is deceit, or again, this super secretive stuff. And I believe obscuring it, trying to kind of sweep one's footprints, if you will, so that it's not so easily seen or traced or noticed. There is something very significant involving Elaine. And again, all my readings are alleged and for entertainment purposes only. She's involved in something with other people that is highly secretive, and it isn't known completely yet. So I'm thinking it's going to kick up and set off alarm bells. If it already hasn't, with the right people who just are keeping shtum because they don't want to kind of give her any sense that she's under the on their radar. I think she knows she is, because I was going to use the Kathy Nichols deck on her, and it just didn't quite jive with the reading, but it did have some interesting points. And sometimes, like I've said before, certain decks, though you might love that deck, you might find for the reading that you're doing it's not quite working. But one of the things I did get was that her intuition, I think, is on board pretty well. I think she senses and knows that she's got some trouble coming. And this is an effort to keep some financial activity, wheeling and dealing with other people, especially tight-lipped, especially super secret. Do not want it to come out. They're trying to keep it hidden. She is. Interesting. Second row. We get the two of, this deck uses buttons, but it's earth. And so we're dealing with balancing and also that flow. And it's a back and forth. I feel like it's moving also money around. And it falls under the High Priestess secretively. This is done covertly. So I feel like there is the movement. They're moving money around. She's been involved with people that are moving money around. Maybe back and forth, or there. I just feel like there is something financial that she's been involved in with other people. A scheme. Death. Endings. And that also falls under the Three of Pentacles. So their little group is, I think, going to find that their activities will cease. this little group that she's been, excuse me, there we go, wheeling and dealing with. There's an end to that coming. This is the Knight of Swords. And I do see a focus, so I feel like I'm feeling more of that investigative energy coming for her. Yeah, initiative and discovery, exploration, page of matches. So, and it's falling under the moon. It's looking more and more like there is a huge, significant secret. Financial activity, wheeling and dealing with people that Elaine has been involved in. And she's been able to juggle this successfully, but at the present, that's going to end. It's an end of that, and of their ability to shift. I feel like this assets or money, perhaps that grant money that she was being investigated for prior. I'm not certain. But it deals with material assets and hidden, very, very secretive deals, trying to keep it hidden. It's a little bit of a balancing act, and she's can only be able to do it for so long, because I feel like that ability to do this is going to end. Most certainly her job will end, and there's already somebody that has been picked. It's escaping me right now that Biden has picked to replace her, and I'm sure they're going to be finding out all kinds of things, but also just in general, I think alarms have been on with her, and they're going to, I think, finally be able to have the investigation that can't be stopped with the incoming Biden administration coming in. Now here, interestingly enough, we have McConnell. But he comes up, and I usually don't read reversed cards, but he came up, oddly enough, in my deck reversed. Now, again, this deck is pretty cool. You can see that it gives you the ill-dignified aspect of the card in little words here and there, with heartless, uncaring, unstable. And that card falls under, interestingly enough, that Two of Earth or Pentacles, that juggling, unstable, something, a secret, is, I think, loosening up. That's and I think it's connection to her husband and her, and their financial activities and business deals while in office. I also believe that Mitch will be, again, I think also being affected with, I think he will lose his place as majority leader. We get the Ace of Cups. So we're dealing, I feel like the more emotional she's going to get, and I believe McConnell will be very protective of his wife, and I think this will be very emotional for him, because I see him, And I'm being shown him as not being very, frankly, emotionally stable. There's cards going vertical that speak of it. That Two of Pentacles and the reverse King of Cups with the High Priestess. And then when we start to go vertically in the last line, the Magician, we have the Beyond. Now this is one of those cards that is unique to the deck, and it says soul, belief, higher being, so it's like the essence. Wow, he's a warped, really even more warped than we know. He's a manipulator. But I believe that there's so much in this reading that I'm starting to pick up that it's almost, I got to like kind of mentally pop back for a minute. Yeah, they're Elaine's little group of friends, I think including her husband, and their activities, it's going to come out. And especially with her not being in office, and I believe he may well lose his seat as majority, like I said, leader. I believe there's an investigation that will go very deep. Actually, when I go vertically on this, it will get to the soul of the matter. It gets to the essence of the matter. Especially next to that card of investigation at the Knight of, that I'm getting that energy off of, with the Knight of Swords there. And the Moon, yeah, there she's going to be investigated very deeply. And I think that this will really upset Mitch. I think he is emotionally going to show himself potentially as becoming more upset or unstable, which just, okay. Also, I think Mitch depends on her for a good deal of his sense of anchoring, and any threat to her, I do get cards that they're highly protective of each other also in another reading, but let's pull a couple extra here. Yeah, I do believe that Elaine will have investigation. We're looking at quid pro quo. We're looking at her helping, I believe, her husband, using her office inappropriately, manipulatively. That's what it gets down to. Both of them have abused their office. And I believe that investigation into this and into the activities will only bring more discovery and revelation of how they operated, how they did things. There's progression, I feel like, with investigation. It's gonna go, it looks like, pretty deep with her and him. They're gonna be in big trouble with a capital T. And I'm getting a hint here, something about their anniversary. I'm getting a feeling of an anniversary with this Four of Wands and the Lover's card. For some reason, that just came to me, a sense of like anniversary. And I don't know if that will be significant or not. Again, I feel like we're looking at partnerships and real estate, assets, money. I'm sure grant money, because they were looking at her for that earlier. Contemplation, Four of Cups. Yeah, she's going to be in a waiting position, not liking it. And I get the Sun. I feel like she's being exposed. She will be exposed. I feel like she's not gonna, it's gonna be frustrating to her because she's not gonna be able, she's trying to figure out a way to stop it, and I don't see her being able to do that. Two of Cups. And the Ace. I believe this is her and her husband. And again, we keep going back to her and her husband and their partnerships, the people they have gotten, that they work with to generate income. And what they do, especially that's been highly secret. This shows like it is like super secret, and I believe that they will be trying to keep it shut, but they won't be able to. I believe that there will be a deeper investigation into Elaine, and definitely a variety of different people that they will find that she's connected business-wise with, or done whatever they uncover. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's greed here. The Four of Pentacles trying to hold on, and the Seven of Cups. It's just wishful thinking. I feel that we are dealing with fantasy, because they are trying to figure out a way to keep their wealth, and this is going to go on for a while. I see a significant investigation into her coming, and it doesn't look like it's going to be very good for her. I see her trying to figure out, and if anybody could do, she's got a lot of rabbits she could pull out of various hats, but this time I get just, okay, there's disagreement, and I get the universe. So the universe, is going to push her into a place of submission. She's not going to like that feeling that she can't control this or get her way out of it. And there will be the Ten of Swords, finality. And I do get again, a sense of divine intervention with regards to this, not for her, because I get the universe is frowning. Actually, it's weird, but yeah, get a sense of it saying not good with what she's doing. And she's going to realize that she's not all powerful. She's going to eat some humble pie here. A great big Ten of Swords plateful. And if it is a reminder that there's people, not people, but there are, she's not as powerful and her family as they think. The universe is a little bit stronger, a little bit more powerful, just a little bit. She has hardship with the Five of Buttons, Five of Earth, and acceleration of that. Quick decisions that she's made. I just see loss of money, loss of, also, I believe, once again, like the Trumps, losing a sense of welcome, feeling like an outcast. Justice. So, and the Fool. She's taking, I believe that justice will come in because she's taken risks here that were concealed and very high risk oriented. That there's a new sheriff in town is also the message here that's just come out. New sheriff in town, Elaine. And we get the Four of Needles. This is her going into retreat. And breakthrough. I think she will be held accountable, you guys. Yeah. I do. And I think that with this, it's possible she could do some time. This could be a sentencing with that Ace of Swords and the Four of Swords. It's definitely retreat. And we've got justice there. And new sheriff in town, she's not in charge anymore. So that's what I have for Elaine. It looks like that's going to go on in for a while. And I will pop this up, and now I'm going to look at another equally awful person, Betsy DeVos. Yeah. See you in that video. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please, and share with those that you think might like this content. Thank you so much. And thank you again for those of you, there's been a few of you that have made donations. I am very grateful. And it's going toward, right now, my medical and home. Looking for a new home that I can make accessible. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you.